Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whitney Moon in the building. Take what resonates, see if it doesn't. Woo! Okay. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. It's a general message. It's not personal. So, only take what personal. Only take what resonates. Okay. This can never be a personal reading because it's general. If you want a personal reading, email me up. Whitney Moonshine, one word, @gmail.com. Okay, I do have some social media. I don't even know if I've updated it on my about section, but I will update it if you want to check out my social media. It's just kind of like, I don't really know what to do with it. I'm just kind of keeping it because I might use it one day as a professional purpose. So there's a lot of pictures of my snakes up there and stuff if you want to check it out. If not, don't worry. I won't be offended by I have 8 followers on Instagram. I only know one of them personally. Okay, so here we go. Crossy, Virgo. Okay, Virgo in the building with Mercury and the 3rd house. Gemini. Communication, a manner in which we communicate, routine, daily routine, relationships, siblings. Okay. We got double Gemini because Mercury is Gemini energy as well. No flippin' way. Right in between this Virgo. So you might be getting communication, incoming communication from a Virgo. Okay, like soon. Okay, Mercury is always pretty soon. It's quick energy. And this is something that's going to happen around you quick. Okay, that's usually my these readings are timeless. So when you watch them, you should see things if it is meant for you around that time you watch the video. And sometimes if you remember the video, you might see synchronicity 6-7 months down the road because that's how timeless these messages are. They're almost ongoingly timeless. Okay. Actually, you know what? I got the Labyrinth here and the tarot deck is absolutely awful, so don't buy it. But I'm going to use the major arcanas here. Okay, I want to know, give me a characteristic for this Virgo, please. Yes, for this Virgo. We're getting incoming communication from here. I think the Emperor. So that's who's incoming with this communication. What is the communication in form of? Yeah. The Hermit. Can't make this up if I tried. There's Virgo right there. So now we've got double Gemini and double Virgo in the first 5 symbolic cards / dice. Okay. That's like a double. Okay. Double. Okay. And then the Dancers in reverse, which would be the Lovers. Okay. So you might be getting incoming communication. Oh, look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun and the Fool, okay, that are kind of lined up right underneath it. And that would be, okay, so you don't know that something has happened. Okay, so Toby's been kidnapped. Okay, and this person, I forget what her fucking name is, but she's gone off into the labyrinth to find her brother. Okay, so something has happened to somebody around you. I think almost life-changing, okay? Because like when Toby gets kidnapped, I mean, is her life ever the same again? No. Okay, what's this incoming communication? And that this is so ironic because part of the 3rd house in Gemini is about short journeys. And look, we just got long journey. And what's so ironic is that short journey's on the other side. So this journey, somebody has been on a journey around you and it was supposed to be a short journey. and it turned into a long journey. Like it turns into a lot longer. She has to go through that labyrinth. If she had just listened to that, worm thing in the beginning, right? He said she turned around and starts running, and he goes, well, if she'd have gone the other way, she'd have gone straight to the castle, right? But no, she didn't listen, and she goes the other way. Okay, so here it is, this side and no other. So, okay, this is getting very interesting. Somebody around you, they took a wrong step and they went the wrong way and they didn't listen. They listened to only their side. You were probably, they probably could have gotten so much help to get back to you directly, but they took this huge long labyrinth to get to where they needed. They turned a short journey into a very long journey. Okay, very subconsciously, but that's sometimes what an emperor will do. An emperor won't necessarily listen. Okay, there's that card that not necessarily listen. Okay, and then look at 6 feet under, buried 6 feet under. They were too busy under something. Okay, they were buried under something. They didn't want to hopelessly wander around trying to find you. Okay, but they've always had your back. Always. And then with the evil eye on the other side, this emperor's always had your back, but they just were in some shit. Okay, they were in some shit. And we got transformation on the top of the deck. That's been there twice now. Okay, and I haven't taken it because I didn't actually really know if this person transformed. But if you think about it, how much does she really transform as she goes through the labyrinth? I gotta figure out her name. It's just driving me crazy. Sarah! Thank you. Okay. I remember Toby. I mean, Toby's written right there on the ball, but I could not remember Sarah. Okay. It's all because I don't like that name. No offense to any Sarahs out there. I'm not a very big fan of that word. I don't know why. I don't take it. I just don't know why. Okay. I don't know why. Like I said, Sarah did not listen. Okay. She had just explained a little bit more. She could have got somewhere, but she had to go through this whole transformation. She had to go through the labyrinth because she was kind of a little bit of a brat. You realize, in the beginning, she's acting and she's in the park with her dog, and then she realizes that it's past the time where she was supposed to be home, and then she starts running home, and then she's like, always Toby, fucking Toby, right? And then she casts him away, and then he's gone, and she goes, fuck, well, that worked. Okay, so maybe I'm getting, this emperor casted you away, this Virgo casted you away, and then you actually left. And they were too, they were their ego. Okay, oh, look at this, what just fell on the bottom of the deck. As I say, ego, excuse overload. They just started to make all these excuses as to why they weren't gonna save you, right? They just wanted you, I don't know, maybe they wanted you to die and get buried 6 feet under. They're solo artists. They just wanted to be away from you. They didn't want to be connected with you for some reason. Just like Sarah rejecting Toby. She feels like Toby is getting all the attention, but Toby is a fucking baby. He needs attention. She's the 14-year-old that needs to grow up a little bit and realize it's not just her in this little world. It's, we're all here. Okay, so maybe that's what it was. This Virgo is somehow attached to Sarah in a way. It could be her father, could be her husband, and Sarah's not listening. She keeps running off in other directions, and then she starts getting fucked with. And so she deserves, right? If she's not going to listen in the beginning to go straight to the answer, then she was going to get herself into quite a long journey. Okay, so Sarah could be this person that decided to take this huge long journey when it could have just been a short one. But if it's almost like universe just set this up for you, why not take the chance? right? It's like it would just be a boring, life. Like honestly, there was this time where I left. I sold all of my stuff and I left and I drove and I lived in Tofino, this small little town on Vancouver Island, all by myself. And I never thought I could do something like that. I never, and like I found a job right away that had housing. So I was like I was in my own place. Like, well, I was, in a room, already paid for a room right away as soon as I got there. Right. And now I don't have to pay for the place because I'm working. Right. I was making like pretty decent money. And it changed my whole life. I woke up to this different life every day. And it didn't matter that it didn't last. And it didn't matter that I came home because nothing and nobody could take this experience away from me. I went through a labyrinth and I really did. And I went the long way and I'm really happy that I did it. Some people can take a journey like this and see the silver lining, right? Even though it didn't work out the way you wanted, even though it's not the way that you planned. But it turned out to be a longer journey because how much it changed this person. Okay. Sarah's not the same when she comes back. She's different. And she realizes what she did and how she was acting. Right? Like she was acting like the baby still when there's actually a baby in the room. You should kind of be embarrassed. Right? So somebody was definitely not acting properly. And now they Okay, let's see. I'll see if it comes up. Let's see who Sarah is after the labyrinth. 2 cards. The Hierophant and the Tower. Look at that. That's amazing. She broke, and that's the whole part of the labyrinth. That's what it does, is it's there to break you. It's there to break your ego, break your pride down, break all those selfish habits, break all those entitlement habits, get you on your own, surviving on your own, listening to your own voice, following your own direction, getting into your own life. Some people, it's a very hard journey. And you know what? I was thinking yesterday, there's Temperance right there. Could be Sagittarius. But I don't know why I told my sister this, but there's this video that I watched about eagles, bald eagles. And I don't know if it's true, but I think it is. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But after a certain amount of time in an eagle's life, they have to decide if they want to live or if they want to die. Because at a certain part of their life, their beak becomes very dull. Okay. And their nails are not talons anymore, right? They're very dull. Their feathers have very much thinned out. So they have to decide, okay, are we going to start working on the transformation, or are we going to let ourselves starve to death and die? Okay. If an eagle decides it wants to fulfill another lifetime, it has to go through one of the worst transformations I have ever heard. Okay, I would not want to go through this. So what it has to do is it has to break its beak off completely. So then a new beak will grow over the next like 3 to 6 months. Okay, so basically the fucking bird is going to starve for the next until the beak grows back. Okay, then it has to rip all of its fingernails out, all of its nails, all of its talons out. So then they can all grow back again, fierce and strong and sharp. Okay. And then it has to pluck all of its feathers out of its body. And all new feathers have to come back. And they say one of, like, I couldn't imagine what that could be like, honestly. And that's why it's such a big decision. You either have to change and you have to change it all to survive, or you change nothing and you die. Okay. And that is evolution. That is our everyday. That is life. If you do not evolve, if you do not do the things to yourself that hurt the most to survive and evolve, you will get left behind and die. Simple facts. Okay, so seems like the moral of this beautiful story is somebody is coming back around. You're going to get contact from them, okay, very soon. about how much they have changed their life. And if they've actually really changed their life and you go and see them, let me tell you, they will be a different person to even look at. So you decide on that. You decide if you want to take the call. You decide if you want to take the date. You decide if you want to take the communication. Always, it's about you and about nobody else. So if you want to dive into more of this, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, emailing. Thank you for everything you do. You are the best. Love and light. Peace, my brothers and sisters. Later, Gators. Oh, yeah, I'm watching you.